Hey loves, welcome back to my space. If you're new here, thank you so much for dropping by. If you are an OG, I see you. So guys, we're back with another DIY, and today we're going to turn these denim mom jeans into a very cute denim skirt. Like, I'm going to make a maxi skirt from these denim trousers, and I love these pants. As you can see, they are so cute. They are rugged, but I'm also I love the rugged thing, I love these. And as you can see, it's also what heavy fabric. Like I've said, it's denim, very cute, high-waisted. As you can see from this, it's high-waisted. And yeah, I decided, why not, I can turn this to a denim skirt, because why not. So we're going to transform these cute jeans here on this channel to this skirt. Look at that skirt. Look at how cute that skirt turned out. Yeah, so what we're going to do, we're going to just lay the denim trouser or the denim pants on the table, and then we're going to open the seams. As you can see, I'm going to open the inner seams, because that's what we're going to make skirts. The skirt, what the side, the seam, yeah, the front seam, yeah. So we're going to cut it open. I was thinking I can do this with a seam ripper, but no, you cannot do it with any seam ripper. You need to just have scissors. So we're going to open the leg seam, the inner leg seam, from one end to the other. As I said, seam rippers will not help you. Seam rippers will not help you. But for starters, I started with it to open up the, that hem, the bottom hem on the leg. So I started with this to open up the hem. And then I went in with my scissors, because as I said, seam rippers are not going to help you with this. The denim fabric is super hard, and you don't want to spend your entire life here. Like, you don't need to spend your entire life with a seam ripper. So I'm going in with my tailor's scissors, because I want something quick. Yeah, so I'm going to open up the seam from the inner side of the leg, and you're going to open from one leg to the other. Can you see what I'm doing? Can you see? For this part, I'll advise you have very sharp scissors. Have very sharp scissors, easy to move and everything. You can also use a laser. If you don't have scissors, you can use a laser. But for me, I was like, you know what? I need to have scissors. I just need to cut it wide open with scissors. And as you can see me doing here, I'm going all the way. As I said, we're going to make all the way from the ankle up to the crotch, and then back to the other leg. That's what I'm just doing here. Don't worry about me taking minding about the the threads that are falling there, because you're going to have threads. Be ready for this. But anyway, so wide open, and as you can see, I'm taking my time. Don't be in a rush. Just take your time to open it up, because you want to have a very perfect skirt. Guys, I love how this turned out, because I think I'm going to do all these to all my trousers. Like, I'm going to create denim skirts from a lot of my trousers. You're going to see a lot of denims, yeah. And again, I know not a lot of people love stitching, or not everyone has a stitching or a sewing machine. Trust me, if you practice your hand stitching, you can do this. You can hand stitch, because we're just opening the seam, and then you're going to stitch them back together, but as a skirt, not as a trouser. Imagine you can hand stitch. So for me, I'm going to transform a lot of my trousers, because hey, sometimes your pants get smaller, or your pants get big, and you don't want to throw them away, you don't want to give them out, and you're just wondering, oh, what do I do with this? You love it, it's just in your closet, you're not using it, but again, just because you love it, yeah. But trust me, when you transform it to a skirt, if it fits you at the waistline, it's going to be amazing. So as you can see, we have already opened up our seams, and then I'm going to extend to open this up to where the zipper is. If you want yours if you want yours to be very high-waisted, and or if you want it to go up, you can open up the seam or the zipper, just above the zipper. But for me, I did not go beyond the zipper. That's where the curved part of the zipper is. That's where I left my my opening to be. Yeah, so here I'm just trying to lay it flat to the length of the slit that I want, because I want it to have a front slit. So I'm just trying to lay the leg on the other side, yeah, and then come back to the back. I realized I had to open it up all the way mpaka juu. So I had to cut it out because I didn't want to have this already made seam. Yeah, you can see this already made seam. Then I realized when stitching I needed to open it up mpaka kwa loop. So what I'm doing, mpaka kwa waist, up to the waistline. So what I'm doing here is I'm removing the waistline, the waist, the loop. I'm removing, oh god, what am I saying? I'm removing the loop, as you can see me. This is the belt loop, and then I'm going to remove a little bit of the waistline, yeah, because I want to cut off that kasim that comes from the back, you know, the kasim that is there. So here is where my seam ripper came in handy, because undoing seams is not a joke. Undoing seams is, you know, especially on these heavy fabrics, it's not easy to undo these jeans thread. You know, they're made with that kajin thread. Like the thread used for jeans is not just the normal thread, you know that, yeah. So undoing that with my seam ripper, taking my time, because I don't also want to mess it up or cut it out, because you can mess it up, yeah. So once it was open like that, I removed the seam, as you can see me clearly doing. I'm just removing the kasim, that has been top stitched. That's what I don't want. So I'm removing it pole pole, and then I'm going to stitch it down from the waist mpaka chini, the back side. You know, we're dealing with the back side. So once I'm done with this, I'm just going to stitch it from the waist downwards, you know. Yes, so that's the easiest part of this fabric, because once you have cut this, you're going to just to go straight down and stitch, yeah. So as you can, I'm trying to see how it's going to lay, and after doing my front, I just realized I need to hold it down with pins so that it doesn't move, and so that I can have an easy and seamless stitching, you know. So I decided to lay it flat and then hold it with pins because it was moving a lot. So yeah, just hold it down with pins to what part you want, and then turn your trouser and do the back. If your slit, you feel like the slit is too high, you see the triangle part that is left from where my last pin is, you can put what is it called, a gusset. You can put a triangle, you can cut another denim piece and place it there to just cover that slit if you don't want the slit. Do you feel me? Do you feel me? So after that, we're just going to top stitch, but again I felt like, why not start at the back? So I started at the back, I stitched the back down as I said earlier. So yeah, that's just it, because there's nothing more to be done on this, yeah. So this is me threading this, and I was like, why didn't I thread it before? You know. But anyway, I'm going to stitch it down, and I started from the bottom. You see, I realized it's going to be easy if I started from the bottom. And now, if you can see, I'm having both right back and left back together. Am I making sense? Both left backs are together, and I'm creating a seam that is going to be at the center back of your trouser or your skirt, the center back of your skirt, yeah. So I'm holding them back right and the back left together, right side kissing. So I'm stitching on the wrong side. As you can see, I'm stitching on the wrong side. And guys, you need to be very careful with breaking your needles with this fabric. As I said, it's super heavy, so just be gentle, be slow, don't be in a rush. When it comes to the waist part, we all know the fabric is heavier, that part, because there's a lot of stitching and seaming and everything, yeah. So once you've done, you're going to trim out the excess, and guys, we are done with the back. It was that easy. We are done with the back, guys. We are done. So we are going back to the front, and hey, at this point you could already see your skirt coming to life, because hey, look at that. Look at that. So I want to stitch, to top stitch. The front part is just easy because you're going to top stitch, yeah. So when I was about to top stitch, I realized bado ilikuwa inajinuinua, so I had to adjust a little so that it can just be flat, and then put it back to the machine and top stitch. This was the hardest part because, guys, I've already closed the back, so it's like a pocket now. Like my denim skirt is like a pocket, so I was struggling to put it kwa hiyo machine because where, and again the fabric is already bulky, because remember this denim is heavy, and now you're putting you're laying it flat on top of the other, like you're going to top stitch two parts together. And guys, it was not easy, but again, we don't give up, we push, we push, we push. So I did this, and then I top stitched down from the top part of the zipper, from where the zipper curve was. I top stitched down to where I wanted my slit to start, yeah, at the beginning of my slit. So I'm just top stitching pole 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 pole. This part I had to go as slowly as I could because, as I said, the fabric is already heavy, and as you all know, when you're starting, you have to double what is it called, to back stitch, so that you can hold the thread strongly together, yeah. So this is it. We're just going to stitch downwards like that, and then once you're done, we're going to remove it. And we're done with that part, guys. At this point, I could already see how cute the skirt was coming to life, like how the skirt was going to be. And just look at that, we are done. Actually, at this point, we're done. There's nothing else. That's it. You can decide to wear it like this because you have already stitched. But again, I realized we need to have that back seam, you know. So you know the top stitch seam that is always on your jeans, yeah. See, there's always that seam. Oh, I remembered the waistband. Hey, let me tell you, I almost forgot this part, because once you have done and you have seen the skirt is so cute, you forget. So I'm going to reattach the waistband and the loop. I'm going to just reattach and stitch, and then once done, like after you have done that, we are going to create that seam I was talking about. You know those top stitched seam that you always have. So we are going to lay it down, the seam, the back seam that you have already created. We're going to lay it back on one side and then stitch. But before doing that, we're going to do what is it called, what is this called, like a zigzag. For me, I did zigzag to secure the raw edges. But guys, if you have an overlocking machine, you can just overlock. Yeah, it's called overlocking, yeah. So overlocking is that of you creating as, is it called a surge, or yes, to funga the raw edges. So for me, I did a zigzag stitch so that the edges can be funguad, yeah. Like I did a zigzag to just lock the raw edges so that I can have neat edges and everything, so that I don't have threads hanging all over, blah blah blah. You know what I mean, yeah. So once that was done, then I decided, and then I had to top stitch the fabric. So I cut off the excess because we don't need the excess, and then do the overlocking every part from top to end. And then you see the way it's overlocked, like zigzag stitches came to save life. If your machine has zigzag and you don't have any overlocking, Nini, don't worry, zigzag got your back, yeah. So once I was done with this, I decided to just now lay it on one side, as you can see me doing here. I'm laying the seam on one side, and then I'm going to stitch it down on that side. Do you feel me? So as I said, this is just to create that illusion when, like, if you check your trousers, your denim outfits, they have this illusion of a seam, doubled seam, yeah. Like the seam is, you know what I mean, like the one we did cut at the back earlier on this video, yeah. So that's the illusion we are creating here. So we just go in by laying the fabric on one side, and then top stitching it, yeah, down, stitching it down just like that. And guys, let me tell you, the last time, this is done. Like, we are done with this. As you can see, this was the most simplest DIY we've ever done, and this is how we are going to recreate, recycle, and transform our old clothes. You know, we're not going to waste, throw away clothes because they don't fit anymore, or because, you know, yani, we are going to create new things. Like, for me, I transformed that mom jeans. Just look at that illusion you have created. I don't, the lighting is not doing us justice, but guys, you see the illusion. You can see it now. Aka sleeping, nini, aka sleeping, laying down sim. So we are done. We did this transformation. We transformed our denim trouser into this amazing skirt, and my model was giving. Just look how cute this skirt turned out, you know. And I love how easy it is to recreate clothes, or how easy it is to transform old clothes into something else. This skirt is done, and this is how my model looks. So guys, thank you for watching. Till next time, bye bye. This looks so amazing.